Hello, I'm John Proxy on channel John West. I'm having a witness adventure. This is the witness. I've just walked up here so I could walk out and be all dramatic, because I thought I might scare people away if I started staring at this goddamn puzzle that I've not been able to do, and I think I spent like half an hour. I'm just going to have one quick look at it, like at 2 minutes maximum, and I'm going to move on. I'm going to come back to this later, right? Because I clearly don't get it, but I've had an hour rest, so I'm just gonna have a quick look, just a quick calm look, right? That's fine, right? I'm pointing at the screen right now, right? Well, you can't see, but that is a goddamn route, isn't it? That's clearly a route. We've been following the light all the way through this, right? We go back. That right there. The solution was to follow the light. It's always been the light. It's the light, the light, the light. So this is going to be the light. And I know you're supposed to challenge your assumptions, but that has to be that's got to be the light, right? But if I assume, what would I assume? If I assume... No, I still have no idea where it glues on, but that looks so much like a path. Maybe it's a red herring. I don't care anymore. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. We don't want another video of me spending like an hour staring at that plant. I know it's a damn shame as well, because look, there's an entire sequence I've done. I did loads of them, but we're gonna go to the treehouse, I think. I managed to solve all those puzzles from a distance, but I somehow haven't solved this one yet. And they go in pairs. I know this. I know they come in pairs. So let's have a quick look. Let's see what pairs we can make. Yeah, okay. No. That doesn't make any sense, John. That doesn't make any sense either. Huh. That makes more sense. I like that. That makes sense. How do I block off the next bit? With this? No. I'll do something like this. Huh. Can I have the pairs be with... Can I do this? Take two like that. Oh, damn. That wouldn't make any sense. Damn. Because what I do is there's two blacks. There's one too many... I know that's wrong. I'm hoping the blacks and whites can live together in harmony, as long as they're paired off. I don't even... We go to the treehouse. The treehouse will tell us. We're supposed to have finished the treehouse ages ago anyway. So, if we look here, we look at this map. Nope, I want to look at the map. Alright, so there's the try symbol. We've done half of that. I don't know what that symbol means. That is the Tower of 4. That is the ship. That is the treehouse. That is the colour filter place. No, that's the colour filter place. What's that? That is the mirror place, the symmetrical place. I think. Oh, let's have a look at that. No, that's not done because I couldn't figure out how to get in. Alright, so we'll keep that in mind. Won't we? Yes. Alright. So let's go to the treehouse. Should we keep it... We'll get ready to stop it when I think there's a thing. I shall wait. Don't know what happens when it breaks up like that. Hoping it will pass at some point, but it's pushing me back. That is going to pass, okay. So we're going a little bit slowly. The symbol is persisting. Could probably have afforded to go a little bit faster. But there's definitely another symbol there, isn't there? And it might work with the same logic. Isn't it interesting that that sort of floats like that? Oh, the game just alt-tabbed on me. I was really worried that I'd lost my position. Yes. I mean, that's clearly a circle I'm going around there. Am I going to miss it because I'm going around the wrong way? I think I am. Right, never mind. I needed to have gone around the island for that to make sense. Let's speed up. Thanks. Oh, oh, there was a line. God damn it, I saw a line. Alright. Damn, I saw one. I'm good, I saw one, but damn, I'll have to re-find it. Okay, underneath the wreckage, there's one. Ah. I think this has been out for 3 days. I think people have completed it already. Although I was told, like, that according to Jonathan Blow, there'll be one that no one gets or something. But maybe there's an ending. You can get to the ending without doing all the puzzles or something. We'll see. So there's at least 3 symbols on that boat ride to get before it gets here. So that has to be paired, right? We know that. Pair, pair, pair. Right, but I'm looking for multiple colours. What happens when more than one colour comes into play? Pair, 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 pair. That's still not multiple colours. Right, this is not quite what I meant. That's a pair, but it doesn't seem to mind being with that white. See, they don't mind being with dots, but the pairs, that's still the same colour. They're still the same colour, and that hasn't even been solved. Let's try and quickly solve this. It's been a while. So I want to... Huh. Damn, thought I was being clever then. I think that might be the answer though. No, it can't be. Oh! Nope, that's wrong. About this. This is what I was thinking about. In fact, that. Then that pairs off. Damn. No, 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 no. We, do this. And that doesn't pair the way I would have liked it to, but... No, that doesn't make any sense. I need to cross the greens out. Yeah. Right, let's think about it this way. This puts them in the pairs. No, it doesn't. Right, this doesn't put them in the pairs, but it does... I've screwed up the pairs, unless... Oh, damn! I hate these! I hate that! Because you can do things like this. But... that would be stupid. Right. We'll get that. Multiple colours. Has it even taught me about multiple colours? No. I know that's wrong, but... this is right though. Why was that wrong? Did I encounter this before? No, it needs to pair. Hang on. Okay. Why don't those pairs pair up? God damn it, that feels close. Pair, that doesn't even have a pair, so would that be it? No, but that's close. That's not allowed with the whites. That can pair. That can't pair. No. Nope. Oops. Of course. Hang on. I keep trying to... Can they only be paired up? Can I pair them up with whites? No. Okay. Or I could go this way like this. Nope. Can't block that one off. This was my first attempt, wasn't it? And apparently that doesn't magically pair like that for some reason. I don't get why. Okay. It might be that I've forgotten some knowledge, but it doesn't have two multiple colours, which is what I was trying to figure out. So I'm going to try and walk a different way. Might have gone in a big circle there. Maybe. I'm curious as to... Okay, this will tell me. Is this allowed? Yes, it is. This is the castle. We've now got the quick way in. Lovely. And those symbols that I've done. So just to test out, I can either shut it like so, or open it up, which teaches me that I can have multiple pairs in as long as they're different colours. That's cool, thank you. Also, I was taught that here. So, yeah, if I just looked down at any point during this orange thing, I would have been told that. What about these green? So, that has to be paired up somehow. That has to be a line, right? That has to be there. But I'm going to draw this one because Oh, I haven't solved a puzzle in a while, have I? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not very neat. That has to be like so. I'll put circles in. There you go. It's not. It's rather crude. Let's wipe away the excess. That has to be there, right? Because that's a straight line and it has to encompass that thing. So that has to be there. And this has to be this has to be touching that as well. And the only place it could touch that is... It can't. Oh no, I didn't think. Yes. Nope, I was wrong about them having to be there. In fact, if that has to be down the bottom, it could be... Well, it can't be on top of it, so it has to be either like that. Like that. I don't think you can see that. You just see a reflection of the screen. The L upwards, or actually, and that touches both, which means it could be at the top, but there's no space at the top. In fact, it has to... What the hell? How do they even fit? Right, no, it could be in two positions, but I'm still not sure where that line would fit if it has to be in a straight line. You're an idiot, John. It doesn't matter where the oranges are. They can encompass the oranges, I assume. Right. Knowing that they can encompass oranges is an entirely new problem. Let's say it's that, and the top, you would have to include that there, and I can't do that, unfortunately. The shape has to end near the exit, otherwise I won't be able to wrap it. So let's say let's say that it's on the floor like so, and then and then like sitting on top, then I have to get that corner somehow. Okay, let's try for that. I don't know if that makes any sense. It certainly doesn't there, because anyway, I'm gonna try. No, it doesn't make. Yes, no, because what I've done is this, and while it's certainly legal, obviously I can't get to the end. So that was stupid of me. Also, they have to be in the same box, so I don't even know what I was thinking there. That was stupid. Now, a backwards J would do it, but again, how the hell would I close that box? Backwards J, so like this. I'm an idiot, god damn it. Yeah. We did a puzzle though, yay! Only took us 25 minutes. These have to be separated. Oh my word. I need an area that looks like this. Oh, fair enough. Was I do wrong there? Oh, of course. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. No, it's got the same problems. How do you do that then? There's only so many positions it can be in. John, it can go sideways. It can be this. It would have to... Sorry. I'll just do it backwards. Doesn't actually matter. Yeah, it does. Okay, no, that is wrong. Why did I try and encompass them all? That's silly. Okay, hang on. Any three... I'm an idiot, sorry. I solved it instantly and then got it wrong. Yeah. It's not that, but I mean, it's that principle. Okay. Bollocks. Hang on. Okay. The output's free. I need it one higher. I need that, but that's got 4 in. I need them... Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Something like that would do it. Something like that. Right, there's 3 layers, an inner and outer. How would I go about drawing that? Well, let's try that again, but less stupid, right? Like so. Lovely, okay. That was a bit dumb of me. Okay, I get it, I get it. Right, how the hell does that work? No, there's too many. Right, I had the right idea, I think. But what I needed to do at some point was to do this. Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy. What? Doesn't that pair? What did it... Oh, bollocks. Right, I thought it would pair off. That was the plan. Does that not pair off? The bottom 2 pair off and the star does not pair off with that. How the bloody hell do I do that then? Without that pairing off? Right, I've paired those two off. Or I don't have to, but let's... Okay. 1, 2, 3. Like that. So that 3 and the 3 is connected. And that's paired with that, which apparently is fine. Even if it's used for something else. Okay. We're cooking with gas now, though. That symbol. I don't know what that symbol means. So... that would fulfill those two. What the hell's that? I've not seen it before. So if I do that, if I do this, no, that doesn't make any sense. Right. If I do this, no, damn. Alright, what my logic was... okay, I can do the same logic, but... ah, bother! Cuts that out. I don't know what that means. Damn, and I need one more to get over there. Because I could solve that last one. It could be like a bizarre shape, couldn't it? It could be, for instance, hang on, it could be this, right? This won't solve the problem, but those two L's could not conform to that. One L could conform to that. The other one would do something like this, right? And that's perfectly legal. In fact, a little. But the problem with that is I don't know what that means. Why isn't that just two? Why have they got holes in? There is nothing that can conform to that shape and touch that. Like only this here. Or only this here. So, what the hell does that mean? No, I have to... so let's put that 3 here for the time being. Now let's put that 3 here. Damn, it doesn't work. So 1, 2. Oh, it doesn't have to be that shape, John. It could be any manner of shapes, couldn't it? I don't know. I have to assume that that is that. I have to assume that because it looks like that, even though it's not using a shape that would normally look like that to do that. Yeah? Does that make any sense? So let's say that could conform to a shape like this when paired with an L. And when paired with another L, that wouldn't work because that other L wouldn't even be able to fit in. So let's hypothetically pair it with an L, facing that's shaped differently. So this L here, plus this one here would be this. That'd be a bit stupid. So Now let's conform it to this. So it would look like that, which already is looking slightly confusing. Would it look like that? Would it look like that? Oh, my brain's broken again. Still, I'm glad I saw some greens. Where does this go? Back to the boat. Just having a look around quickly. Why does this exist? Otherwise, it does give me a lovely view of the mountain. Look at that curved cloud. Well, don't, because I just walked away. There's a lovely view of the wreckage. Not helping me though, is it? Let's go back up top. We've taken a long enough break. We want to finish something. Where are we going? There are 2 sets of puzzles I'm stuck on, isn't it? Or is it even 3? There's this one here. I don't know what that means, but if I assume it's a thing like that, let's just... What does 2 of them upside down look like? One looks like this. The other would look like that. So we could make that symbol here, like so. We couldn't even put that other L down with that. So how could we fit that L shape with this? How would we go about it? Well, let's say we put it down in this corner. I could put one up here like this. And obviously it wouldn't look like that, but and the other one I could put upside down. So what that would look like is that's an upside down one, and then that's what that would look like. So how do I make that conform a bit smarter? Can I make it conform a bit smarter? Let's say I keep this here and I tilt this one so it's sitting up. So now it's sitting like that. Yeah, that's an L. Here's the small L, and here's one lying down. Oh, bollocks! You can't have an island. No, you can't. But if it was standing upside down, it would look like this, which would leave out that. So what if it was standing upside down, one to the left? It would leave out the other. God damn! What if the sea was higher by 2? If the sea was higher by 2, it would slot in that top. So it would just be this. So all I'd have to do is this. Hang on. Would that be how that's... No, that makes no sense. So like this. that would be how it conforms. So the C is at the top. One of the L's is next to it. That's not how the L's sit, John. Also, that doesn't work anyway. Alright, let's turn one of these L's around if we can. So that L doesn't actually sit there. It sits there. That's annoying. So there's the two L's sitting on each other. Okay. So what does it tell us? If okay, let's swap one of the L's with let's put one of the L's here instead. Right? I know it doesn't work. So I've moved one of the L's. Let's say I've removed which L had could I have removed any of the L's and made that shape? Let's say that L is there. I don't get those three dots. There's no place that could fit the right, there's an L there. There's an L there. That doesn't work because they don't look like that. But wherever I put these L's, there's no space for that. They're J's, John. They're not L's. There's two J's and an L. And the J's can spin. Alright, the J's can spin, so this J has spun that way. On top of that, now we can incorporate that J. I know we're not in the right place, but hang on, have I done that right? It would look like that. No, it wouldn't, John, because that's an L, not a J. The little ones are... Sorry, I'm moving my legs about. This must be bizarre for anyone watching, by the way. I'm sorry about this. Alright, I don't even know if that's what those blocks mean, but I'm going to wipe this off and play Tetris on a whiteboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wipe away the excess. The L's have to... No, they don't. I assume they need to have those two in there somewhere. They're J's, John. They're still J's. They're always bloody J's. They're J's. So they could be J's like this. And an L here. Right. Nope, because I need to put a start. Sorry, now it's making even less sense. It needs to include several places, but well, I have to assume it includes that, that, and that. Right. And those two as well. Well, let's say that is an L, because that encompasses three of them. No, it can't be, because... Oh, bollocks. We'll come back to this. Fed up with it. There's another puzzle around here somewhere. Let's go to that. That's the door. Isn't it cool that we've opened the door? Finally. Where's the way out? Okay, cool. We've done some puzzles, just not as much as I would like. But I guess it always was bound to end up like this eventually. So where are we going? Up here. Nope. Oh, damn it, I thought I had it then. What did I do wrong? Of course. Still can't bloody... No, hang on. Oh yeah, the things. I can't cut them bloody off. Let's think about this. Since I can't cut them off, I have to cut off the greens. No, there is no way I can cut them off like that. And then... Or I can cut them off like that. But each way you cut them off, it's too close. That would almost do it. I just need... That's so close. Look at that. No. Well, we'll go with that theory because... Right. The stars can go in pairs. I know this. Pair. Pair of stars. No, this isn't going to work either, is it? Why did that work and not the others? Because I tried including it with blacks instead of whites. That's why. Whatever, we just solved the puzzle. Yay! Puzzle. That work? No. Lovely. Is it that sometimes I get stuck on really easy puzzles? No, 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 no. We have to do this. No. Because it's not a pair with that white. It doesn't matter. As long as I cut these up, it doesn't matter, does it? How the hell do I separate that white from the rest? About like doing this. Well, let's check out the new area, shall we? We'll come back to that one as well. There's these triangle puzzles that I still don't understand. But I can sort of... There's only so many combinations. Don't know what it does. Right. It's the laser. I'm so close. I'm obviously going to have to finish these puzzles. Still don't know what that means. One area is divided by 2. So like a triangle, 3, there's 3 on one side and 6 on the other. Maybe. I don't know, I would like having this done before I end the video though. Right, I think I've done this one. No, but I had it almost. Yes! I mean, I was already across here, but... no, it's done! Yeah! So I don't know what this does. Open, you bastard. That's where the laser comes from. So that's a laser room. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. This one needs to be done. My videos are getting longer and longer and longer, aren't they? Pair. Yes! I wasn't even sure I had that right then. Pair, pair. Alright, sweet. There's more, there's more, there's more, there's more. But while our brain is in the mode, I'm going to drink some cold tea that's been sitting there for 55 minutes. Cold tea. And we're going to find our errant puzzles. Not sure errant is the word I mean. This is not where I wanted to go, but I'm liking it. Yeah, I've opened the door. Can you hear that? Boom, 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 boom. It's a timer. I went the wrong way, didn't I? No, I went the right way, but bloody hell. What's in there? A ladder. Right. I legitimately went the right way as well. Ouch. No idea when I open this gate. Right, that can't be done unless I find a different position to do this unlock from. Which, where would you suggest? Where's the puzzle I've not done yet? Oh, it's this one. I don't know what those symbols mean. But it might be my last one. Or my last two, even. Ah, bollocks. I spent so much of this episode on this. Maybe that doesn't mean 3 like that. Maybe that means 3 dots as well anywhere. So let's say I need a J, a J on top, yeah, and then we put a dot here, a dot here and a dot here. Wow, it sounded like a good idea to me. I need to figure out what that blue does, unfortunately. Right, what does that leave me with? Leaves me with an exit that's convenient that I should have opened up ages ago. It leaves me with whatever the hell this is. Just some crossing that I have no idea how to reach. It leaves me with this race against time that I can't do because it's too far away. And if I stand here, maybe from the yellows, that seems very far away. Maybe from the yellows. I don't think I'll be able to see it from the yellows, but we'll have a look. If I can find the yellows. Yeah, that's not happening, is it? Okay. I think the green one's the only one I've got to do. A couple of greens. I wonder how I get over there, even if I can. I mean, I might be able to be clever. Hang on, hang on. There's oranges over there. Where's those oranges? Let's get to those oranges. Those oranges might be even further away, though. It might be. It's got to be worth a try, though. Got to remember not to take the green. Orange. Come on, I need an angle. Give me an angle. That was blatantly done on purpose. Alright, let's keep our eye on it as it goes through the trees. Be there approximately. Oh, I can't see it. Oh, is that it there? Oh, I blatantly can't do it from a distance, I guess. Green, come on green, we are over an hour, so let's quickly do this green. What the hell does that blue mean? What does it mean? Someone tell me what it means. God damn it, what does it mean? Let's make them all flash. Yeah. It's the most wrong solution you could possibly get. Apart from that one. All flash. All flash is easy. How? Alright. How would I even just get this bit? Let's say I'm only going for that blue. Just only the blue. How do I go about that? I mean, if it's under the rules I think it is, which I'm not sure. It would be like that. Right. Hang on. It would be like that, right? I'm just going to draw this one last time. It's already drawn for me. That's lovely. Let's put that L there. That J underneath it. And let's put a J on top. It doesn't fucking reach. Then let's put a J underneath that as well. So then it touches... doesn't touch everything it needs to touch. Fine. We'll draw it again. No, hang on, we don't need to draw it again. Let's turn it. Those are the only place where I can fit the L's with all the J's. So let's turn it around and see if it hits all the points I need it to. It doesn't. Let's turn it around. It doesn't. Let's turn it around. It doesn't. Also, that L is not allowed to turn around like that. Now I think about it. Oh, I'm tempted to get out block pieces. No, I'm going to let you guys go. I've gone over time. My tea is stone cold. I'm going to drink anyway. Don't want to waste tea. I've been John Proxy. I'm talking John West. I've been having an what's this game called? It's a witness. It's a witness. It's a witness adventure I'm having. You know what? I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to have one last race for that thing and then I'll let you go. Just got to figure out where it is. And one last stab at it. Right, I've been John Proxy on channel John West. I've been having a witness adventure, and I'll see you guys next time.